Hello, teacher. This is group number 7, and we are Gabriela Chiquitarco, Monica Huachi, Alexandra Miranda, Joel Sarabia, and Mayra Chesiluis. And we are going to talk about the benefits and disadvantages of gamification.
Hello.
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 Hello, everyone. Guess what? Today I had such an interesting class about gamification. Although the teacher says it's a good strategy, I think it has disadvantages. Although a good concept of gamification is that it captures and retains learners' attention, challenges them, and then teaches them, there are students who aren't naturally competitive. Therefore, it turns into a problem in class. Those students won't be engaged in class, even if there are motivators like points, budgets, etc. Let's suppose those students are clever or get best grades. Their lack of motivation will be noticed by their peers, and they will think, why do we have to do this? Even the good students aren't interested.
Well, I consider that gamification also has advantages. There are games that promote team cooperation and self-improvement. For example, the game called Safety and Security Awareness focuses on completing office tasks in a limited time. Here, the students will be focuses on improving their own skills, such as problem solving and critical thinking, and students will get rewards based on their own efforts, so students will be motivated. Gamification helps students to improve their skills in both within the class and outside the class, even for future jobs.
Although there are advantages, I believe that the disadvantage would be more. In this case, as in any educational activity, constant teacher supervision and accompaniment are needed, but this time it is to avoid the formation of negative values such as lying, cheating, being unfair, etc., or develop excessive competitive capacity. For example, suppose we do an activity using Kahoot as a tool. What teachers should avoid would be that students cheat, because in one way or another they will do it. So for this to work, they should inspect that they do what they know.
Well, another advantage of gamification is that change the student view of learning because typically students associate class with something boring, stressful, or obligatory. But thanks to gamification, classes become more attractive for students and can be carried out with or without technology. For example, let's suppose that history classes are so boring for students. They can become more likely if the teacher use a technological tool such as Socrative, in which we can see many pictures, and education becomes more likely. Well, there are another games of gamification that don't need technology. Uh, for example, play hangman, in which we only need a sheet of paper and play, and that's it.
However, the use of gamification in education creates a lack of communication and collaboration in the learning environment because the student seeks to win the game. This affects the student because the learner needs to interact with others to build his or her knowledge. For example, when a student prefers to develop the game activity alone, does not ask for help from peers for the teacher, he can reprobate or not answer a question. And that's it. Thank you for your attention, teacher, and